Hello there. Checking. Yep. Okay, it's working. Recording. Small business. Now, I'll read through this a little bit too. But running a small business is time consuming and challenging, but the results can be rewarding if you plan well. First, you start with an idea of something you're interested in. Is it a service or retail business? Retail business means you're like selling things, shoes or something, a shoe store, ice cream store. Whereas a service business is like I'm a carpenter or a plumber or, you're a seamstress. You're doing work for somebody, lawn mowing. But it's not always as a kid, you always think like running a business would be fun. Do you ever play store, you know what I mean? It's a lot of work. So is a business right for you? Are you committed? Well, you stick with it through rough periods. Some businesses take 3 years till they're really profitable and stuff like that. I know a guy who owns a pharmacy, actually the one near your house down I think it's his name Jack. Do you ever go there? No, anyways. They started out living in the basement of that for 2 years or so, he and his wife. Like in the basement of the business until they had enough money to make a home, stuff like that. So it's tough. Who are the potential customers or clients? Do they exist too? Are there enough people to support your business? Is it likely to make a go? Don't just think I'd love to do this. There's too many business. You ever see a lot of businesses come and go, like within a year they're gone? Especially restaurants. I don't know. Anyways, let's read this. Ray Ann's a early childhood educator. She's thinking of opening her daycare. She lives between Moose Jaw and Regina, trying to decide where to open her daycare. If Moose Jaw has 33,000 people, 6% are under 5. There's already 30 licensed daycares in their city. Whereas in Regina, 193,000, almost 200,000. 6% is under 5. However, there's way more licensed daycares there, 142. At a quick hunch, which is the better place to probably open a daycare, do you think? Moose Jaw, because there's fewer daycares? Yeah, but there's also fewer people, so let's just work this out here. You got to think, how many children under the age 5 in Moose Jaw and Regina? Use that as a comparison. So, we know 6% in both cities. I'll try this. So in MJ, in Moose Jaw. How do you do 6% quick? You could set it up, and I don't suggest you always do this, but 6 out of 100 is X out of, 33,000 and so on? You can do it this way. How would you do it? This way? Yeah? Okay, we'll do that. Because you ever see 6% as a decimal? So it's 0.06. You could just multiply this by 0.06 as well. There's another way of doing it. Anyways, we'll do it this way right now. Cross multiply, divide by the loaner. Because there's a lot to do on this video. If you're watching the video, pause and see if you get this answer. 1,996. So just under 2,000 kids is a guesstimate in Moose Jaw. Hi. Actually, someone left one. Just recording right now. But this is someone's phone just to hold this class.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. What do you think?
Okay. Regina. Let's try that one out. Want to try the other way of doing it too?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have 6%, we can just say 0.06, 6 divided by 100, times Regina's population, 193, 100. Now that was a population of 2 years. That's going to give you 11,586 kids to choose. Kids under 5. It doesn't look like under 5, though, so I'll erase that. Okay. There's a heck of a lot more kids in Regina to take care of. Now, B. You're following me, right, Jasmine? It's good and I'm not making mistakes? Okay. How many children age 5 and under are there for each daycare in the city? Now, what we're saying is that if all of the children went to a daycare, and they don't, a lot of kids stay at home with their parents, or else they have daycares that aren't licensed, you know what I mean? Like a neighbor just volunteers to take care of 2 or 3 kids for pay. They kind of do it under the table, that's non-licensed. They still get factored in, but let's just say all of the kids went to a daycare somewhere. It gives you a good idea. And MJ, I mean Moose Jaw. All the kids went to a daycare, that's 1996 kids out of 30 daycares. That divided out is 67 kids per daycare. So obviously there's not 67 kids at each daycare. But this gives you an idea, something to compare to with Regina. You do the same kind of calculation. What was that? 11,586 kids over, what was that one? 142 daycares. 81 point, it rounds up to 82, doesn't it? So 82, we'll use, 82 kids, children. Now, notice in these, 67 kids per daycare, if you averaged it out, 82 kids per daycare. Which C is asking, where do you recommend she open? Where's there more need? Regina actually has more need for daycares with this. I won't write this one out, but yeah, Regina has more need for daycares just by your calculations in B. Now then, if you were going to open this up though, then you'd have to find a location, because it sounds like she lives out, so it wouldn't be her house. And you need a location that's a good balance between cost and then where is it likely that a parent's going to drop off their kids, right? And pick them up. There, I don't want to drive out of the way to drop off my kids. At the same time, though, you need, different neighborhoods work better. Okay. Now what? Startup and operating costs. These are words you're going to have to kind of be familiar with too. When you start up a business, you have to take into account all of the startup costs. That is, you have to calculate what you have to invest or spend before you can open. If you don't have enough money saved, you've got to take out a loan or adjust your spending. When considering starting a business, be careful to think about all the items you need. Include the cost of a business license. Also allow for some unexpected costs. It's going to cost more than you think. Startup costs are often one-time only, such as buying a cash register for a store, until it breaks down 3 years later, so you don't need to buy it every month. In addition to these expenses, there's operating expenses. Those are the month-to-month, day-to-day expenses that are paid to keep it running. Example, a monthly phone bill. Let's look at Hazel here. She made a hairdressing program five years ago, and she's been working out of a salon ever since. Because that way you don't have to set up yourself with a small business. She just probably rents a chair or something. She's decided that she wants to open her own salon, hoping to make money, I'm sure. She already has many of the items she'll need because she has to supply her own scissors and razors, curling irons, straighteners, brushes, perm curlers, combs for her current job. So what else is she going to need to start a job? Are you familiar with hairdressing? No? I'm not either, so we're both. That's good. So she's probably gonna own it and be her only employee, I'm guessing. So the startup costs, well, think of this, unless she gets an old store that was a hair salon, she'd probably have to renovate. Like even if you put it in your basement or something, because you'd have to renovate somehow to, so maybe renovations. Off to your store, to the location, wherever. You ever notice advertising? Okay, and that'll be, is advertising probably going to be ongoing or just one time only?
So I did remember I said that phone out that was coming, and today or Wednesday, and then now I've switched, so I don't have my prep right now. He's in the office. Are you almost sort of done what you're doing?
No, about 20 minutes. Probably recording right now too. Okay, so sorry. Renovations to location and operating costs. I'm going to do over here. Advertising. Yes, definitely startup. Where was I here? I was just thinking of what Stephen was saying here. Operating costs. Let's put advertising in that, because you probably advertise most months, right? So ads. As far as haircutting and stuff like this, you'd need the special chairs, what I thought of. That haircut chair. I'll just put hair chair. She had scissors and stuff, but you know how at a haircut you ever go to a place where you lean back and they have those sinks with the neck hole in it? Special sinks. Special sink. And the leaning chair for that. Oh, mirrors. Did they have that? You know the big mirrors on the wall and cabinets and stuff like that? The desk, mirrors, cabinets. It's a lot of work. Cash register they mentioned. You probably have that hitched up nowadays to a computer. There's a lot of things. Probably need a phone, if not a cell phone or whatever a phone is. You probably wouldn't want your personal cell phone because you want business phone only. Those hairdryer things, I don't know, you ever see those? The eggs that go over your head? Those are for old ladies. But even just a handheld hairdryer at least. Oh, right. The cape that goes around, you know what I'm talking about? Towels and capes. And somewhere to do your laundry. Maybe you use a laundromat for a while, but we can put this in here if you can afford it. Laundry setup. Like washer, dryer. That's a lot of stuff. Now, right off the bat, operating costs, she'll need advertising. She'd need rent, because I'm supposing she's probably not buying the place. Right off the bat. You need insurance. I guess those hair dyes and those products and stuff like that, you need to constantly shampoo and stuff like that. I'll just put hair products. I have a list made up here too. Power and heat, monthly. The phone bill, I guess. To keep track of your money and, yeah, what's that? Cleaning supplies, you're right. Supplies. What was I just thinking of? Oh, just was thinking too, because income tax and stuff like that. Most people buy like accounting programs or whatever if they don't hire someone out. So I gotta put accounting program. Yearly, you'd probably update so you could do your tax every year. Maybe even monthly, I don't know. What's that? Water, of course, yeah. Of course, just there's a lot of other things like those towels. Probably you'd be replacing some every couple of months. Oh, right, it mentioned too the license fee. That'd be yearly, but business license every year. You count on that. You'd need that right off the start, though. That's a lot. Anyway, just to show like it's just for a little business, there's a lot of things that add up. How about this? Then we'll be done. Above example, you listed startup costs for Hazel Salon. Hazel has considered the items and calculated the following costs. Okay. What are her total startup costs? Well, right off the hop, even if these are operating, everything is going to be needed the first month, right? So to start that up, some of them were $300 each, so 2 chairs, $600. 2 washing sinks, $1,400. 75. Good, because that's what I got. Add this up, 58, 75. She'll need that to go on. Of these, even though it's not directly asked, which ones would she have to continue paying for the next month and stuff like this? Which is operating? Well, rent is operating cost. The chairs are bought never again for a long time. Business license, well, every year, so that's an operating cost. Yeah, anyways, just looking through your towels, you could say, well, they get replaced probably yearly or whatever, 6 months. Sort of an operating. But back to this. B, if Hazel has $5,000, does she have enough money? No. And she doesn't want to take out a loan. She's $875 short. How could she adjust her startup costs? Well, what do you think? If she's only one person, because it doesn't say Hazel has a staff, why does she need 2 of these? Right? Fewer chair, only 1 sink. Hi, let me just finish this in the next 3 minutes for you. Maybe she could reconsider her business too. I'm gonna just write sink down now. Maybe rent in an existing salon with some of those things. Use a laundromat instead of washer dryer. That would save $1,000. There's all kinds of ideas. I'll let you. Looks like a couple people need me, so I'm going to stop the recording.